What's up, my loves? This your girl Diamond, and I'm back with the all new episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac. Let's get into it. So, continue with the aftermath of the fight between Mia and Candace. Fighting everywhere, salad being thrown, more utensils, more objects on the island being thrown. And again, Candace is pretty much crying in this moment. She is literally like crying, mad crying. You don't get to say what you want to say to me and get upset on how I said it to you. And then she said, let me tell you about my mother. My mother is a recovering drug addict, okay? She is proud of her mother's sobriety. Be proud of it. Be proud of it. But you're not gonna say what the fuck you want to say to me and get upset at how I say it back. And then Mia said you're a spoiled brat and you need therapy, and she walks out. Candace says to G, take your bitch and go home. I was like, oh my god, this is too much for me. They're pretty much getting ready to leave because Mia said, I got too much to lose to be fighting with this girl. Wendy's like, no, no, don't leave, don't leave. Don't. So Karen said to Candace, listen, you're going to regret what you said. No, I'm not. Did you know about her mother? No. When I went to Giselle and Robin's event, I did not know about her mother when I said the low budget comment. Okay, I'm just asking if you knew about her more a story then. No, I did not. Because if I did, I wouldn't have said it. But of course, everything is a chaos. They are breaking things. Candace said, well, she's from a strip club, so they're known for breaking things. She needs to go. Everybody don't want them to go. And Wendy is trying to calm it down. And she said to Eddie, come in and help me tell G to not leave. And Eddie tells Chris, what's happening? What's happening? Well, it was said that G said to get his hoe and go. He's like, oh, by my Candace, I don't know, I'm not saying nothing. Because he knows that type of comment where that could have came from was from Candace. He knows. Um, the men come in, Eddie comes in to calm G down. Chris comes in to calm Candace down. She said, look, I'm about to get in trouble. Why you say that? Because I know here he comes. So she said, listen, the salad tossed and she threw salad at me. I threw salad at her. Reverse it, Candace, reverse it. You flick 2 pieces of lettuce in her direction. Mia just took a whole entire salad and tossed it at you. Come on, flip it right. Flip it right. So then, of course, listen, the pimp and his concubine needs to go. He said, stop it. Let's go. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Again, she's fighting with not being pulled out. She doesn't like it. And I was just like in a moment of like, damn it, Candace, shut up. That's not cool to say. First you telling G to get his, take your hoe and go, and now you calling me a concubine. Really? We're going back to that word again. I'm sick of you using that word. That is such a disgusting word to use to another woman. That is so disgusting. So Chris takes Candace outside, and Karen has Mia sitting down. Everybody else is rallying around her. She tells Mia, do not let anybody else make you feel cheap. Stand in what you stand up for. Stand in it. And listen, when someone who speaks like that, who is that ruthless, can get me out of that space, I want no part of it. You know what I'm saying? And listen, you can talk about me all day, but don't bring up my mother, okay? Because my mother has worked her ass off to get to where she's at. Listen, coming from me, I was left behind. She was never the mother to me, and she has worked her ass off to be sober, and I am proud of her for it. And I worked my ass off throughout my entire childhood to be where I'm at because of her. And my mom relapsed because of that bitch. She better catch my ass outside. Now, of course, it's like saying, how can what Candace said have so much has so much power over your mother's sobriety? Well, being a recovering addict, it's a hard thing to come through. It's a hard thing to come out of. You get urges, you get the itch, you get, flashes, you know what I'm saying, to try to stay on the straight and narrow. And she's been sober for almost 10 years, but it's still a hard 10 years for her to get through. And Candace, she's outside yelling, fussing, crying at Chris. Listen, she's been coming at people since day one. Since day one. She have wanted to smoke and I invited her in. But Chris is saying, okay, but let the other people who had to smoke with, let them deal with it. Not you. You've never had smoke with me until this point. Everything that Mia has done to been to other people. Let them do it. Let them tell her put in her place. Let them deal with it. Why are you getting involved? What's up with that? That's what children do. Children tend to act like this. Are you a child? No, you're a grown-ass woman. Handle your responsibilities. You're responsible for your own actions. Don't do that. It's not, listen. And then You can't say what the fuck you want to say and I can't say. Okay, it's not saying that you can't, but you have to not let it get you into that place. You have to hold your emotions in and speak calmly and have a civil conversation without it going left. At scale one is to let Mia know. You think the comment about her video would have been low budget? You know, you saying the low budget comment that could have hurt her feelings. Well, if it hurt her feelings, she could have just told me that. She could say, well, of course it was low budget, but you know, I'm new to this. I'm trying to work a distribution deal, so it's not going to be all good and glamour. And Mia would have understood that. She said, listen, when I was a new business owner, everything I did was low budget. So I know what it's like to work from the ground up to get to where I'm at, but now I make $450,000. Sorry for telling you that. Of course, at scale, and we're like, oh my God, here we go again. It's like, listen, I'm sorry, okay? So, but this is what I said last episode. I said, listen, Candace, if you felt like this for what she said about your video, granted, you said you are a new artist. You're paying out of pocket. You don't have a distribution deal. Everything is what you can afford. You're using your own resources. All you could have said to Mia, I heard about what you said about my video. Granted, girl, as you can see, you know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't even get my cars. I had to ask y'all for your cars, so it definitely low budget. But of course, I'm new to this. I'm an independent artist. I got to work out of my pocket to come to this. So forgive me. But that would have been a much better conversation had she just said that. Candace literally went on the defense and said whatever was on her mind and not talk rationally about how she felt. That's the part that's messed up on Candace's behalf. We've all said it. I've listened to other YouTubers and they've all agreed. Mia should never have engaged in that conversation with your mother about is Chris on payroll. That was not her place. She was messy and shady and being intrusive to your business. Granted, but your mother opened that door and told everybody else about your business and they engaged in it. Robin and Giselle for one, okay? So, Askel asked Mia, do you think because you talk about working business all the time and how much money you made because there was a time when you didn't have it? No, I talk about it because I worked my ass off for it and I'm proud of it. Forgive me. You know what I'm saying? I know it's in that same element of Wendy saying her 4 degrees and how she pretty much made it seem as if she was looking down on other people who did not pursue their education to a further atmosphere while they just got associates, a master's, a bachelor's, or they just graduated from college and that was it. You know how Wendy made them feel small that they not pursue their education further. So for other people, it's making it uncomfortable for me to constantly say, I got more business, I got more money, I got this and that. I can understand that. But if you guys are not in a predicament, but you guys are broke, besides Giselle and Robin, I don't know why you guys will feel irritated by that. If you know y'all in good standing, y'all shouldn't take no offense to that. But I understand. Stop bringing up your money. Stop bringing up how much you make. We got it. We good. But for someone in Mia's, for someone who went through what Mia went through, she's definitely is going to make every penny that she made count. Make every penny that she made known so she doesn't look back and say, all the work that I have done have been in vain. That's why I am proud to know what I've done to get here. So Askel just pretty much want her to say, Kim, for the sake of this trip being for it's for couples, fun time, can we not talk about business? Can we not do it? And of course, Mia is obviously on the worried of her mother thinking about not getting high because she's had constant conversations with her. So for Candace to say what she said, it will make it seem as if her mother is like in that mindset of, oh, they're talking about me, I should go ahead and get high and numb my feelings down. Mia has also said that she doesn't have those types of hard conversations. She purposely tries to not say anything that can make her mother relapse. She is carefully using her words carefully to not make her mother feel like, okay, I need to go get high again, which sucks. It sucks, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, here we go. So yeah, all that about her comments, don't know where it could lead to. Even though Candace shouldn't have no power over what your mother's sobriety should do. Your mother should have enough thankfulness and enough faith to keep her sobriety going. Whatever Candace said and whatever her Candace stands say, your mother should have enough conviction and faith that she's going to remain sober. So, Candace is outside crying about being disrespectful, and I'm working hard for what I want, and for her to say it was low budget, that definitely hurt me. And Chris said, I know that. We know that. But if you are saying that she's projecting onto you about how she felt insecure and imitated, You're projecting on her too. That makes it say you're insecure as well. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. Because the way you're responding to her is based on I'm insecure. No, it's not. It's watch your fucking mouth and watch what you say. No, it's not. But sometimes people need to shut the fuck up sometimes. Not everybody needs to get the last word. You guys always get to this moment where everybody wants to say something and nobody wants to fucking listen and shut up. And in the day, you got to be the bigger person. He said you only have to respond one time. The more you speak on it, the more it shows that it bothers you. And it definitely did. Hearing the low budget comment at your video, it bothered you. Hearing it again at Reasonable Shady, it bothered you. And now we're at the Eastern Shore, it bothers you where you blew up. What rather you just said from the Reasonably Shady event, you could just say, well, I'm a new artist. Of course, look low budget is what I have to do. That could have been an ending conversation, but no, you had to drag it out and use it every time Mia did something, said something, or wasn't even in your presence. You wanted to make sure that you wanted to let her know my shit was low budget and what you said was fucked up. Either way, a simple conversation would have dated all of that. That's all I want to say. And Mia said, if I'm pushed out of character more than what I know that I am going to remove myself. Karen said, you cannot leave. You can still enjoy yourself. Chris wants Candace to at least tell Mia, don't disrespect me. I won't disrespect you. Not an apology because she doesn't feel like it. And we know she doesn't feel like it. She doesn't want to feel like being in the same area, room with her. But he wants it to at least let her know. Okay. But let her know how you feel. Words, verbalize your feelings. Don't disrespect me. I won't disrespect you. That's all you have to do. But of course, she's not going to do it because they keep on saying GVO, good vibes only. Mia again. She was asked by Wendy. She's fine. She's fine. Karen and Ashley are in the hallway. And G said, you guys are a mess. You guys are all this. Well, we're very opinionated. We're very sensitive. And Mia was flicking Karen's hair because it looked pretty. And I don't know. G was like, why you looking good, girl? I don't know why I thought of Uncle Bobby from the Proud Family. Why did I think of the way he said it? I just thought of Uncle Bobby from the Proud Family. And that was, ugh. Started licking his tongue. Karen said, get your man. I'm married, sir. I'm finna celebrate my 20th anniversary of my husband, Ray. Don't do that. She's like, oh, good Lord, no. Ashley comes down. You staying, right? Yes, I'm staying. Okay. And she said, listen, she can talk shit about me and my husband. Don't talk about my mother. Understood. Then, of course, you know how, yeah, she said she can call me a hoe, say my husband in a strip club. He said, wait, I'm in a strip club? Yes, but not on the corner. No, I've never met you on the corner. No, I didn't. I met you in a strip club. You were a waitress, and then you became an entertainer. And I was all over you, and I will request to come and just talk to you. And we would talk for 2 hours. He paid 10 grand to talk to me for 2 hours. He paid 10 grand. I was like, 10 grand? It's a lot of money to talk to somebody. 10 grand. I mean, I'm not saying that's not that can't happen. That can. It can. You know, some men just like to have conversations with somebody, you know what I'm saying? But if you pay 10 grand for 2 hours, nah, man, you was looking for somebody. I'm moving on. So everybody's just sitting around talking. Candace is reapplying her makeup because she was crying. Her face was full of tear marks. And Askell said, listen, it's so cute that you cried on cue. It's so cute. No, it wasn't. It wasn't cute that she cried on cue. Anyway. Chris is so nice. He is sweeping up the mess. He said, I don't know why I'm sweeping up this shit. I didn't make this fucking mess. Y'all tearing shit up. I don't know why. This is fucking ridiculous. And Ashley comes in the kitchen and said, oh, that's nice. And Chris said, listen, Ashley, I know that you and my wife don't get along. I know me and Michael got some issues, but I just want to say congratulations on you with baby Dylan. Motherhood is really looking good on you. I love that. I follow you on Instagram and everything. I'm so happy for you. Thank you, Chris. I really appreciate that. You know, because your wife called me why. I didn't like that. Yeah, she used a lot of adjectives. Yeah, but you know what? That's who she is, and that's that. So Ashley was definitely taken aback by that, and she said in her confessional, while her and Candace might not be on the same footing, it's just really nice that Chris went above and beyond to wish well on me. And that was really appreciative, and I appreciate that. And I liked that scene. That was a very nice scene. It really goes to show that Chris is not, he don't like this. And he definitely don't like to be in a space where he is with Michael. He don't like it. He knows his wife has problematic ways, problematic moments. He knows that. And he's just really trying to like look above it. You know what I'm saying? Life is too short for us to be carrying on like this. And I like that a lot. I really did. Everybody else is in their rooms. Ashley is in her room. Karen, Askel, and Wendy, they come in there. And Karen and Ashley are feeling homesick because Ashley put her picture on the mantle. Don't know why. Karen said, I've been here for over an hour and I've already seen salad tossing, someone flicking their tongue at me, a plate being broken. It's like, it was too much for me. So, if I wanted to be here and I wanted to be here at salad toss, I could have stayed home. Karen said, yeah, I could have, tossed my salad at the house and that was it. Ashley said, that's another meaning, right? What do you mean? You can't toss your own salad. What does that mean? That means somebody's eating your ass. Oh, oh, no, no. Oh, I'm getting tired. No, I'm getting married. I'm tired with y'all. That was so funny on how Karen went completely ballistic after hearing there's another meaning of tossing the salad. I'm like, Karen, you had to have known what tossing salad means. You had to have known that. Don't play me, Karen. Don't play me. So, blah, blah, blah. Mia's in her room. G fell asleep because he was drunk. She calls her mom, check on the kids. They're all good. Ashley is trying to call Michael, but he's not answering the phone because she's by herself. She's the only one here without her husband. And she was trying to get in touch with someone because she practically begged Robin and Giselle to be here with her because she's going to be here by herself. So it's like, okay, fine. So apparently, yeah. So everybody's getting prepared for dinner, and Mia said, this was supposed to be for black educated people to come together, be very cultured, but we cannot act, myself included. I was about to say, Mia, please put yourself in that equation. And she did. And I appreciate that because all of y'all played a part. All y'all did. Surprise! Robin and Giselle came because of the guilt trip that Ashley put on them. I honestly don't think it was because of the guilt trip. I think it's because y'all know y'all get paid for every appearance y'all make on this episode. And y'all want to get a check. That's why. But before arriving, Giselle already knew the heads up because Ashley knew what happened. Yo, there was fights. There was salad tossing. Both right. Candace threw something. Mia threw something. Plates being thrown. It was a mess. So, yeah, they went up to the rooms. Ashley, not Ashley. Yeah. Giselle asked Chris to bring their bags up the stairs. He did. They're in their room. It's a 3-bedroom. It's really not a bad room. They found a crab cake on the bed because Askel left it in case someone was to arrive. But I felt like throw that crab cake away. It's been there for about 3 hours. It's cold. The crab cake is not as hot. Throw it away. That's nasty. Throw it away. So they're already complaining about the room and how is there a separate room? Is there a bathroom? They don't know because Robin is on her period. And she's very irritable, which I feel like she should have stayed home if that's what she was going to feel. Robin greets Candace. They having a good old hug. Candace says hi. She gives them what happened, about the little budget comment and how Robin and Giselle agreed that wasn't right because they didn't know her mother's story. But she said, had I known her mother's story, I wouldn't have said it. But I feel like since she was coming from my mom, I wanted to come back at her. Nobody came for your mom, Candace. Nobody came for her. Well, she was, saying this about my mother. No. You saying something about her mom is different than Mia talking to your mom. That's it. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference. And of course, I understand her saying a quick buttle to your mama without knowing something was against her saying her video was low budget, which I can understand. It's a quick response. Didn't mean nothing about it. Just a quick response. But now that you know the extent of it, would you have still said it? I believe Candace would have still said it if she'd known about Mia's mother. Whether she said she wouldn't have, I believe it. I believe she would have still said it. And it's a different verse. You know what I'm saying? Your mother was talking to Mia and engaging in a conversation about your business versus that you talking about her mother being a recovering addict. It's a different. About and two different things. And she felt like I could have kept talking about her big ass feet and hands. You could have, but Candace, you go below the belt, so you don't stay. You don't stay. You don't stay right here. You go whoop, and then you go back down. So Wendy comes in. Oh, it was asked, are they good? They're in a non-speaking matter. Wendy comes in and says, hi guys, how you doing? Glad you guys came. Hi. And they were wondering, where the bathroom's at. This don't have a bathroom? Do you see one? Oh, well, I'm sorry. Well, obviously, since I know you guys were coming, rooms weren't assigned. Everybody got their pick because, like, was that episode? She gave Karen and a scale first dibs to look, Ashley, Mia, and then Can's got last. So whatever was left, you guys got it. Since I'm the last one, you guys got whatever was left. Sorry. So, Giselle said, as the host, you should know where things are for other people. Well, there's a bathroom downstairs, and Giselle don't like it. You didn't even accommodate me have my own bathroom nor my own room. Well, Giselle, if I remember correctly, you didn't even want Karen and Wendy in your house to use your bathroom. You wanted to pee in the woods, so you could miss me. And didn't you guys decline Wendy's invitation last episode because she said you and your luggage will get here? Don't know Juan's coming because we know he's not. So you guys wouldn't even think about coming. So why are you acting as if she was not prepared or she wasn't being the gracious host of putting y'all up? She did. There's a room. Sorry, you guys didn't have a chance to oversee and look for the bathrooms because you guys were not coming, right? Shut up, Giselle. Shut up. So Ashley comes in and gets everybody else shots, and let's prepare for the dinner. And they're complaining about the bathroom. Well, Ashley said, "You're welcome to use mine. That's fine." She said, "Look, I don't care," because she's looking for a hotel, and the men are in the house. The combinations are terrible because, again, Robin's on her period, so she's irritable. Hence, she should not have come. So the party bus gets there. Everybody's sitting down, which is so funny how Mia, G, and Candace and Chris were all sitting together, and they were like, chill. So, Karen, Giselle, and Asher in the back, and they're laughing, kicking, having a good time, which was so surprising for Giselle because I can actually sit and listen and have a camaraderie with Karen. This is cool. So they're talking about G licked his tongue and what's on the menu, seafood night. Then they're gonna go for a boat ride the next day, and they're gonna have a crab boil. And we gonna about to catch our own crab? No, because it flashback into the first season when Giselle and Cal was there when Giselle made fresh crab for Charisse. And Chris said, "Okay, we're having oysters. Candace doesn't like oysters. Look like ragged vaginas." Giselle said, "They drunk?" Yes, they've been taking shots, liquor left and right since they've been here. So Karen asks, I now know what a tossed salad is. You know what tossed salad is? Yes. Oh, okay. Do you know what teabagging is? What's teabagging? Oh, okay. Well, it's like this, like this, like this. She's like, "Oh my God." She is so disgusting. I thought it was so funny that they knew that. She said, "This is the only tea bagging that I would do. This tea in this cup. This is tea bagging." I was like, "Okay, Karen. Okay." So, Robin's in the corner feeling sulky because she's on her period. And she just keeps on announcing to everybody, "We don't care." And why are you keep announcing we're on your period? We do not care. That's disgusting. Keep it to yourself. So, G fell asleep again. He wakes up. Everybody's like, "Good morning, G. You have a good nap?" Where we at? Why y'all woke me up? And then he's like, "GOV, good only vibes." Oh, how about good old vagina? And then he said, what did he say? LDTBH, long dick to be had. Here come Candace. I like that, G. They all fist pumping. That's cool. Which I'm like, we are in a good mood. This is good. I like this. This is nice. They arrive at the restaurant called Foxy. Eskil asks her husband, "You okay?" They're not intimidating you, right? No, they cool. Okay, cool. I don't know what that meant, but okay. Maybe because, we're a rowdy couple. This is new. They all sit down. I already said all that. They ordering food. And Ashley's in the background. She notices that there's a table full of men, and they're looking and leering at this table full of black people at this long table that they have. And they're like, "Who is this? Who is this?" So she said, "Giselle, go ahead and see about a little something, something." Yeah, I might. I mean, you single, why not? So, Karen asked Ashley, "Did you call home?" "I did. Michael took the baby to work. His assistant fed him. Here comes G. She breastfed the baby?" "No, she's not a wet nurse. She pumped and fed him a bottle." "What are you talking about? Huh?" Okay, so Mia was showing love to G. "How I haven't been showing you PDA much." "What's PDA?" "Public display of affection." "Oh, okay. G, what are you doing? Where are you at? G, where are you at? Sit down, stop drinking, give G some water." So Robin is still over there in the corner trying to find a hotel because she's on her period again. You really, I'm on period. I don't like it. I'm like, go home, Robin. Go home. If this is the first day of your period, then go home. Go home. First days, I'm the most irritable. First days, I'm all over the place. I get cramps on the first day as well. Good night. I would have been gone. Good night. I would have been gone because I hate first days. If this is the first day, then you need to go ahead and leave. So the gentleman behind them bought them a whole table full of shots. Karen said they don't need no more shots. And I was like, okay. But then there's a separate table on the opposite of them. Those are their wives. I was like, what the fuck? What about your wives? You gonna buy a shot for your wives? I was literally like, what the hell? Wait, how are y'all not at the same table? Was this the table? Was this a long table already taken for this seed? And y'all had to separate. What was going on here? And and oh, Ashley didn't even know they were married. My bad. Sorry, Giselle. It's okay. When it said, wait a minute, you buy a table for us for shots, but not your wives? Oh hell no. She ordered the waitress. Give them around the shots so that they won't. Get them around the shot. Go ahead, do whatever they want. And Karen, and it was the guy in the blue vest that was eyeing him the whole time. Karen walked up in them and say, listen, y'all, we appreciate the shots, but I'm about to celebrate 25th anniversary with Ray. And if you guys want to make it that long, I suggest you buy your wife something, a YSL purse, a Gucci bag, some shoes. Fix it. Do it up. And I wasn't mad that Karen had to tell him that. Listen, happy wife, happy life. You're going to have to fix it. Gucci purse, YSL, Louis Vuitton, all that. Do that. Make it better. Make it up. Then when he said a toast to forgiveness, and obviously it led to Ashley. It led to Ashley asking Chris how did he feel about the situation. Did he try to come in and escalate the situation? Giselle, Ashley, why? We were doing so well, and we were, but Ashley had to go ahead and ask. He said, listen, I don't subscribe to that. I told her, I yelled at her and said she had no business doing that, and she was wrong. And okay, and then of course, the fact that Mia and her had this, it did not affect how what I have with G. That's what I want us to get through. And I would love for me to get back to that same space with Michael. Okay. And I get it, that's where you're at. I get it's where you at, and that's true. You guys both said things, but you guys both have talked about each other. Y'all both have, because about how Michael disrespectful to women on the cast. I'm in agreement to that. And Chris, yes, what did Michael say? Michael said he don't have a successful business as a restaurant. Newsflash, you don't either, Michael. So y'all both have said things about one another to each other. And he wants to get back where it's not conflicting with us. The men could be where we're at. We're cool. It doesn't affect us with the wives. I have never once said nothing bad about Michael in my life. I never talked shit about him. But Ashley said, your wife has, and that's rubbed my husband very wrong. He then agreed and said, listen, that's between y'all. That has nothing to do with me and Michael. But I want Chris to understand that when it comes to Ashley and Candace going back each other, don't bring my husband into the mix. Don't bring my kids into the mix. Let's not bring mothers into the mix. Even though Michael has started a lot. But let's not let it cross that point. You know what I'm saying? Because on how it needs to be addressed, let's not talk about other people's kids, people's husbands. Let's not go there. If you got a problem with me, let it be between me and you. Don't bring everybody else outside. And then she said, Candace agrees that Candace has responded to things that Michael has said. And then I forgot, I'm messing up my words. Yeah, she's responding to things that Michael have said, and he still have not come out the way the same way. Chris has not said nothing really bad about Michael, but Candace has. Of course, that rubbed Ashley wrong. And Candace said Michael refers to Chris as white trash. And then Ashley, what do you say about him? You calling him a slave driver? And then this is when Chris said, don't engage. Don't do it. Because I really do believe that even though this was messy of Ashley to have this conversation, I do see her trying to have a civil conversation with Chris as to, okay, it's understood. We both have said things about each other, and we both need to accountability and make it better, especially for the husbands, right? But Candace comes in and says the whole, slave driver, because that's what you said, Candace. We saw the tweets. that you called Michael overseer, which the historical meaning, a plantation worker overseeing his slaves, a plantation owner overseeing his slaves. That's exactly what it was. You calling him a slave driver? No, well, yeah, because you drive the slaves. So you calling me a slave? And I feel like, damn it, Candace, why did you say that? And she said, bitch, you can't get straight to your motherfucking life. And he was like, oh, bitch, we going left, we going left. Because I did not like that. I didn't. I was like, oh my God. And again, I'm going to keep on saying it. I'm going to keep on saying it. Ashley should not have started that conversation. She should not have engaged in that. At that moment, it was going so well. We were laughing, having a good time. She bring this up, but Candace took it to the stream again. She took it to the stream again with her admitting to the phrase of calling Michael a slave driver and instantly calling Ashley a slave, which I felt like this is so insensitive as hell. Why are you constantly having these types of racial slurs against someone? You guys are both married to white men. Chris might get the exception because he probably got a smidge of black in him, but y'all both married to white men. Why are you having this type of racial slurs against someone else's husband? That is not right. So, and then like, you calling Candace uncivilized. Chris said that could be the same towards your husband, which is true, but she wasn't talking to him at this moment. She was talking to Candace. So then Ashley's main point is, you said you went through all this last year, but yeah, you're putting your finger in Mia's face, doing all this and that. You wanted to invite smoke in this, but you went through this last year, right? What have you learned? So Ashley's in her confessional. The main common denominator in these situations is Candace. She cannot take ownership in her part and plays victim, which is baffling, which is the truth. It's the truth. So then Ashley said, listen, we were all part of what happened last year, which was very traumatic. So then Candace said, no, you played a major part in it when you got into the legal woes. Well, she didn't play a part in the fight, but she played a part in the legality, which we're making that statement. But I feel like, Candace, had you not have something for Ashley to say about you, it would not have worded the statement that she would have made. Had you not had that type of character, that outburst, had you not had it, it wouldn't have been said. So she felt like, I would never speak about it with you because you are a fucked up individual for doing that. But then Giselle says, first of all, just Ashley not start that fight last year. Don't do that. So then, of course, you're going to put your finger in my face. You're going to do this and that. That's what you're doing to me. You're going to do it to her. You got involved with some legal shit that had nothing to do with you. Well, at the end of the day, it was building your case because how you want to sue Monique for attacking you. You got mad that she countersued your ass for trying to make it seem as if she attacked you, which she did. This was a verbal argument that was placed on two people, you and Monique. I don't know how many times people can say that. Y'all both played a part in it. So you can't get mad that she countersued you and asked her to make a statement about how your character, which you did. So, they're going back and forth, and Chris is trying to tell her to calm down, stop engaging. She's jacking away from him. She said, I don't want to go. I'm staying right here. I don't want to go. He's really trying to get her to calm down and leave. She's fighting. So at the end of it, Chris gets fed up and leave. They were like, Chris, don't go. Chris, come back. And she's like, I'm done with this. I can't stand this. It's doing too much. Fuck y'all. I ain't got time for this. So she keeps on going on and says she was being a vindictive bitch in all of this. I was like, damn, that vindictive bitch went by so, it was just a bitch. She said that so with just conviction. There's just such conviction. Oof. And listen, you so beneath the conversation. I'm not doing that. So at the end of the day, where is your husband? Is he in a strip club? Is he in the hotel? Go find him. Girl, your husband just let you. You should go find him. Why are you talking about where her husband is? Your husband left you trying to get your ass to calm down. You jacking away from him. So 2 and 2. Go find your husband as well, Candace. Because he is tired. I can literally see the stress on Chris's face. Hence why he drinks as much as he does. He's been drinking this entire episode. I haven't seen him with a glass. I've seen him with a shot. I haven't seen him with a cup in his hand throughout the entire episode. Because he is stressed out with knowing how his wife gets into trouble. And listen. And Wendy's like, where's the GVO vibes? Respectfully, GVO vibes, she can suck my dick. Ashley, bitch, you ain't got no dick. You got an oversized clit is what you have. No, that's your friend. Why is Mia being brought in here? She was literally to herself the entire time, chilling, having a good time eating. Why you bring her in here with the oversized clit comment? Oh, because she has rejuvenation? No, Candace, you not have to bring her into this. She was not involved. Why are you bringing her in here? So, oh my God. So they asking Candace, you want to find your husband? She's not moving. Ask Gail's husband Drake go out and find him. He said, bro, you okay? No, I'm tired of this. It's annoying. They need to get over this shit. And my wife is not exempt from this. She partakes in this. She needs to be the bigger person and not engage in this. We need to let this shit go. So Mia is basically saying, no, Wendy, I can't take you hoes nowhere. Mia said, I mean, it's raggedy. I'm sorry, it's raggedy. And Mia said to Candace, listen, you want to come at her for acting out of character? So are you. So are you. You're coming out of character right now with this. Bitch, sit next to your benefactor. Again, Candace, it was not warranted that. You cannot get upset when someone puts your ass in your place when you want to put somebody else in their place. I will completely say it all around. Ashley should not have talked about this while everything was going good. But Candace should not have go to blows and made it further than what it was. And again, bringing me into this when me wasn't even addressing her. And again, she's going off. You the main one looking crazy. But like I said, Ashley was wrong for bringing up this conversation to talk about this. She was. But Candace went beyond the limit again and going blows and going far, which she should not be doing. So, Robin, at the end, listen, we've all been through this with Candace. We just never know what comes out of her mouth. It's like looking for trouble. And she keeps on talking about benefactor, keep making sure you sit next to your benefactor, make sure he's all happy. G said, listen, I'm a kept man. She made me, you know what I'm saying? G's on my motherfucking payroll, okay? So at the end of it, Karen is like, listen, both of y'all put your fingers in my face one more time, I'm going to bite it. Stop it. Child, you can't control these women. She goes to Chris and said, can you please, she walks in because Wendy said, you can't control these women. Candace looks at Wendy like, oh, I need to be controlled? Okay. Yeah, go find your man. Mia, shut up. She goes outside and finds Chris. He said, listen, can you please be the bigger person? Please? Let shit go. Let shit go. Please. Please be the bigger person. He is like really done. Chris is so done with this. He's so finished. He's so done. Ashley is coming from a place where this is the girl that we know went through a lot last year. And she's doing all this. What has she not learned nothing? And Robin and Giselle, who were the main advocates for telling Candace she did not do nothing wrong, she was provoked, she was attacked, wanted to ice Monique out, is now seeing it. They're now seeing the light. Candace went through a lot last year, but the fact that she went through all of this and they're coming in seeing all this shit, throughout her attitude, her behavior, she has not learned nothing. And it's really sad how all that both of y'all, mainly Robin and Giselle, were the main voice for telling her she wasn't wrong with what she did. It was Monique's fault. And they just kept on saying, look, what about Candace's feelings? What about her feelings? Look how she did. Look how she feels. Now looking back, now looking at this moment, they're now seeing it. All of the sticky notes, all the therapy, it didn't register. It did not register because how you wanted to go into the same flip situation. When Mia was literally you last season, dancing, provoke, for antagonizing, and you're the one that's saying don't do that. You know, I've been through this before. So watch it. And what are you going to do? You know what I'm saying, Candace? You invited the invitation. You invited the smoke. You invited the antagonization. You invited it. And you partake in it. So the fact that you want to flip it on now, you're the one that's doing the provoking. You're the one that's doing the antagonizing. And now it's like, you're crying. You're the one that's got, no. So you did not learn nothing last season. You didn't. You did not learn that you playing in someone else's face, dancing around, flicking fingers in their faces, it's going to get you caught up. It's going to get you mollywops. It's going to get you beaten up. Oh, my nose is itching. But at the end of it, that was in the episode. The food came back because they were still eating and they just wanted to have a good night. We're going to find out more next episode. And this was a lot, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like the entire breakdown of this, I think I said in my last video, Mia, you know, she was the one going back and forth with Candace, even though she was paying her dust in the comments she's making towards her because they don't hurt her. But you talking about her mother, that's going to hurt her. And I said it before, Candace, you should have been honest and about, you know, verbalizing your feelings in a much civilized way. And with the way of the episode went, everything was good. You know what I'm saying? And I will say it again. Ashley was being messy to start that conversation, even though I felt like she wanted to have a civil conversation with Chris and Candace about maybe moving on to a better footing with her and her husband. Because Chris opened that door. He wanted to be in a better place. He wanted to be in a better position. But I think Ashley wants it to be both known on both parts. We both said things wrong, and let's figure out from there. And it escalated. You know what I'm saying? So Ashley was wrong. Candace was wrong for letting it get far and inviting me into this, which wasn't right. And she did not learn her lesson last season. She didn't learn it. But that's it, y'all. That's all I have. I'm going to see you guys later. Please stay tuned for my next video. Bye.